Cancer has shadowed a young Coweta County woman's life for as long as she can remember.
Yeah, growing up, Aga Kirchner lost one family member after another to cancer, but until last year, she didn't know why. Well, the Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin is here now with her story.
And Sine and Tom, Aga's only 25 years old, but she's already been through so much in the last 24 months. She finally now has some answers about why cancer keeps hitting her family so hard. But Aga is now trying to figure out what this all means for her future as a young mother and a wife.
It's a bullet tower.
The last 2 years have been bittersweet for Aga Kirchner as she welcomed her first baby, a little girl, and then let go of her little sister and last living family member.
Pretty much the last person left.
The sister's story begins in Poland.
It's me and her.
Aga and Dorota, born 18 months apart, were tight.
She looks shorter, but she was taller.
They took care of each other growing up after their mother died of breast cancer at just 39.
I was always the one who protected her.
Aga and her sister both underwent BRCA gene testing after their mother's death, and both were relieved at the time to learn they did not carry a gene mutation that raises their risk of breast or ovarian cancer. So Aga came to America as an au pair, fell in love with her husband Nathan, and got married, while Dorota began her life back in Poland.
And then when she was 22 years old, she had all kinds of pains and different symptoms. So they did colonoscopy and they found that she had colon cancer, it was stage 4.
Dorota's doctor told her the cancer had been likely growing since she was just 10 years old.
She had no chance anymore. Her body, it already spread to lymph nodes and the liver. And she passed away six months later.
Then in June of 2016, just 2 months after Aga's sister died at 23,
I had colonoscopy and they found colon cancer.
Aga's cancer was caught early while it was still treatable, but every few months she has to come back here to Piedmont Fayette Hospital for more screenings to look for additional cancers. Because a follow-up blood test revealed Aga has Li-Fraumeni syndrome, or LFS, a rare gene mutation passed down through families that all but guarantees she will face cancer again.
My first reaction was that I started crying because I was like, my life is just a huge question mark from now on.
Aga thought about her sister, mother, and other family members lost early to cancer.
My guess, and I think I'm right, is that everyone had a mutation. Too sleepy to eat.
Mercifully, 18-month-old April, her daughter, does not have LFS, but with a 50% chance of passing on her genetic mutation, Aga thought she would have to give up her dream of having a big family.
To have something I didn't have when I was a kid.
But one day, while online, Aga learned there might be a safe way to have another baby after all.
I told my husband, you know what? I told him that there's a chance we can do something.
If the Kirchners get pregnant through in vitro fertilization, or IVF, Piedmont Fayette genetic counselor Kelly Teed says Aga's fertilized eggs could be screened in a lab for LFS.
They create the embryos and then they test those embryos to see which ones have that gene mutation and which ones don't. And then they're able to implant the embryos that don't have that mutation.
And that gives Aga Kirchner hope that April and maybe her future children will not have to grow up looking over their shoulder. And Aga and her husband Nathan hope to soon start getting started on the IVF treatment. And in January, she chose to have surgery to remove her breast to lower her cancer risk. And she wrote about this experience in her blog. It's called Aga in America. And we're going to have a link to it on our Fox 5 Atlanta page.
Wow. How is she able to maintain her positivity with just so much uncertainty constantly?
So she really feels it's all about controlling everything that she can control. So she's gone to a vegan diet. She's taking care of herself. You know, she is doing every test, every screening she has to do because she feels like I'm in the right place. I've got the right medical team to spot a cancer early. And this is just something she has to live with. But unfortunately, we hope stops with her and not her children.
Definitely. Well, we are praying for her.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Beth.
Thanks, Beth.